Have you ever sat quietly and just listened? Listen to the gentle, steady ticking of a clock. Each tick is a moment past, each chime an hour, woven into the vast tapestry of your life. It's a funny thing, time. We spend so much of our youth chasing it, and we spend so much of our later years wondering where it all went. The world today seems obsessed with finding the secrets to longevity, a frantic search for more years, more days, more hours. But what if the true secret wasn't about adding more years to our life? What if it was about adding more life, true, vibrant life, to our years? What if the path to healthy aging wasn't some complicated formula, but something much simpler, much quieter? Welcome to timeless elderly wisdom. Today, we are not here to count the years. We are here to make the years count. Together, we will uncover the 5 hidden, almost forgotten habits of those remarkable souls who live past 90, not just in body, but in spirit. These are not strict rules. They are gentle invitations to live more deeply, more peacefully, and more joyfully. Let's begin our journey. Our first hidden habit begins not on our plate. It begins in our mind. At some point along our journey, we were taught a simple but powerful lie. The lie that more always means better, more money, a bigger house, a fuller plate. But the people who live the longest, healthiest lives, they know a different truth. They share a profound and quiet secret. They have mastered the gentle art of enough. Now, please understand, this is not about deprivation. It's not about going without. Quite the opposite. It is about deep, honest appreciation, a gratitude for what is truly sufficient, for what truly nourishes the body and the soul. This philosophy is beautifully reflected in the diets of the world's famous blue zones, those remarkable communities where living to 100 is not a miracle, but a way of life. Their approach to nutrition for seniors isn't based on complicated charts or strict calorie counting. It is guided by ancient wisdom. They often eat until they are 80% full, a simple practice that teaches the body and the mind to recognize what it truly needs. The best foods for longevity, they show us, are not the most expensive or the most exotic. They are the humble gifts from the earth, the vegetables from a small garden, the beans, the grains, the fresh herbs. Think of the simple, profound joy of a warm bowl of lentil soup on a cool evening, the sweetness of a sun-ripened tomato picked at the perfect moment, the deep, lasting comfort of a home-cooked meal, made not just with ingredients, but with care. This is not restriction. It is intention. It is about nourishing your body, not just filling an empty space. And this beautiful habit, this powerful art of enough, it extends far beyond the kitchen table. It touches every corner of a long and happy life. It's the quiet wisdom to know that a smaller, cozier home can be filled with far more warmth and love than a large, echoing mansion. It is the deep understanding that a handful of true, devoted friendships, the kind that can weather all of life's storms, are worth more than 1,000 casual acquaintances whose names we barely remember. It's about finding richness, not in the quantity of your possessions, but in the quality of your moments. When you let go of the constant, breathless chase for more, a quiet space opens up inside of you, a space for peace, a space for gratitude. It is the final, powerful realization that contentment is the most nourishing meal of all. There's an old saying, I'm sure you've heard it 1,000 times. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's often said with a weary smile, a sigh of resignation, as if the time for learning, for discovery, for wonder, has passed us by. But what if that saying is one of the greatest lies we've ever been told? What if the most important trick, the one that truly holds a secret to a vibrant life, was simply to never, ever stop learning? The body. Well, the body has its own timeline. It changes. It slows. It carries the map of our journey in every line and every ache. We know this. We feel this. But the mind, the mind is a different story altogether. The mind does not have to follow the same map. The mind can remain forever young, forever vibrant, forever curious. This is the true cornerstone of brain health after 90. The people who thrive in their later years are not the ones who believe they know everything. They are the ones who are never afraid to say those three magical, humble words, "I don't know," and then to follow them with three more, full of excitement. Let's find out. This isn't about enrolling in a university or studying for complex exams. No, this is something much more gentle, much more joyful, much more personal. It is the simple, beautiful, daily act of lifelong learning. It's the feeling of opening a brand new book, the crisp sound of the page turning, ready to explore a world, a character, an idea you've never known. It's listening to a podcast about history and suddenly seeing the world outside your window in a whole new light. It's finally picking up that old guitar in the corner and patiently teaching your fingers to find a chord, and then another. It's planting a new type of flower in your garden just to see if it will grow. It's the humility and the sheer wonder of asking your grandchildren to teach you something, to show you how their world works through a screen, to see life, just for a moment, through their bright, young eyes. Every time you learn something new, no matter how small, a little spark ignites in your brain. This constant engagement, this gentle curiosity, it literally builds new pathways in your mind. It helps to improve memory. It strengthens your focus. It keeps your thoughts sharp and your spirit alive. It gives you a reason to wake up in the morning with a sense of purpose and a touch of adventure. It transforms aging from a process of slowly closing doors and locking them behind you into a grand, continuous, and beautiful journey of finding new keys and opening new doors, one after another, in a world that can often feel loud and busy and increasingly disconnected. I want to ask you to think about something. When the storms of life begin to gather, as they always do, what is the true anchor that holds you steady? Is it your possessions, your accomplishments, the money in your bank account, or is it something else? Something you cannot hold in your hand or see with your eyes. Perhaps the most powerful, most essential factor in our longevity is one we so often take for granted. It is the strength of our bonds with others, the unseen, unspoken threads of human connection. Scientists and doctors now confirm what our hearts have always known. Social connection is as vital to our health as the air we breathe and the water we drink. It is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. And yet, as we age, it becomes all too easy to drift into the quiet, cold waters of isolation. The world moves faster. The phone rings a little less often. The house can feel a little too big, a little too quiet. Combating loneliness is one of the most important tasks of our later years. And it's not just about being in a room filled with people. You can be lonely in a crowd. True connection is about feeling seen, feeling heard, and feeling in your soul that you matter to someone else. It doesn't require grand gestures. The most powerful connections are woven from the simplest of threads. It's the familiar voice on the other end of a daily phone call, just checking in. How was your morning? A question that really means, I'm thinking of you. It's the weekly coffee with a neighbor, that shared hour of laughter and stories and comfortable silence. It's the simple, profound act of sharing a memory, of offering a hand, of listening, truly listening when someone needs to talk. These connections, these threads, they weave together to create our safety net. They're the ones who will celebrate our smallest joys with us. And they're the ones who will hold our hands through our deepest sorrows. The ones who will sit with us in the darkness, without needing to say a word. A long life, lived in isolation, is merely existence, a measurement of time, but a long life shared with others. Now that is a treasure. I want you to think about this morning, when your eyes first opened and the morning light began to fill your room. What was the very first thought that pulled you from your bed? Was it simply habit, the force of a routine, repeated for thousands of days? Or was it something more, a quiet pull, a gentle nudge from within? In the beautiful culture of Japan, there's a special word for this feeling, a word that holds a universe of meaning. That word is Ikigai. Ikigai. It doesn't have a simple, direct translation into English, but can be described as a reason for being, a reason to get up in the morning. It is the very essence of finding your purpose in life. For so many of us, our purpose feels tied to our work, our careers, the job that defined us for 30, 40, even 50 years. And so, when retirement comes, it can feel like our purpose has retired as well, leaving a quiet, hollow space in our days. But those who live long and truly well, they understand a beautiful truth. Purpose does not end. It simply transforms. It sheds its old skin and finds a new, often more meaningful form. Your purpose in life after retirement doesn't have to be a grand, world-changing ambition. Often, the most powerful purposes are the most humble. Your Ikigai could be the soil in your garden, tending to your plants each day, watching life sprout from the earth under your care, and knowing you're nurturing something beautiful. It could be the face of a young person in your community, mentoring them, sharing the priceless wisdom you've gathered over the decades, being the guide you once wished you had. It could be found in the simple act of service, volunteering at the local library or the animal shelter, knowing that your time and your presence are making a small but real difference in the world around you. It might be the joy of creating something with your hands, writing down your family's history, preserving your stories for generations to come, knitting a blanket for a new grandchild, painting a picture that captures a favorite memory. This Ikigai, this rhythm of purpose, is your personal, internal compass. It's a quiet, steady beat that gives structure and meaning to each and every day. It's the reason to stay active, the reason to keep learning, the reason to connect with others. It is the gentle voice that whispers to you each morning, you are still needed. You are still valuable. You still have a beautiful gift to contribute to this world. Throughout the long journey of our lives, we are collectors. We spend a lifetime collecting things. We collect memories like precious photographs stored in the album of our minds. We collect possessions that fill the corners of our homes. We collect relationships, the faces and names that have shaped our story. But we also collect other things, heavier things. We collect burdens. And so, as we stand here in the final, quiet chapters of our book, we must ask ourselves a profound question. Of all the things I have gathered, which of these do I choose to carry with me to the very end? The final hidden habit, the last secret we will share today, is perhaps the most difficult one to learn. And yet, it is the most liberating. It is the divine and healing grace of letting go. What does it mean to let go? It means letting go of the past regrets that whisper to you in the stillness of the night, the what-ifs and the if-onlys. They are heavy baggage, my friend, and you have carried them long enough. It means letting go of the old grudges that have taken root in your heart, the anger, the resentment. They say holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It only harms the one who holds it. The antidote to this poison is forgiveness, this practice of forgiveness for others, and most importantly, for ourselves, is one of the most powerful forms of stress management for seniors. It is not about saying that what happened was okay. It is about saying, I will no longer allow what happened in the past to poison my present. It is freeing yourself from the prison of your own resentment. And finally, letting go means accepting a simple and beautiful truth. That life is not perfect, that people are not perfect, and that you are not perfect. And that is okay. It is an emotional decluttering, a spring cleaning of the soul, sweeping away the dust of old sorrows, and opening the windows to let the light in. When you learn the grace of letting go, you create a vast, open space inside of you, a space that can finally be filled, not with pain and regret, but with peace, with gratitude, and with a quiet, profound acceptance of life, exactly as it is. This is the final, essential step toward a truly healthy aging, not just of the body, but of the soul. And so, here we are, at the end of our journey for today. Let's sit for a moment with the wisdom we have shared, the gentle art of enough, finding profound joy in simple sufficiency, the lifelong, vibrant curiosity, keeping the mind forever young by opening new doors, the unseen, unbreakable threads of connection, the true anchor that holds us steady in any storm, the quiet, steady rhythm of purpose, your own personal reason for greeting each new day, and finally, the healing, liberating grace of letting go, making space in your heart for peace. These 5 healthy habits, they are not a checklist to be completed. They are not a race to be won. They are a way of being, a softer, gentler, more meaningful way to walk through your days. They are the quiet melody of a life well lived. Please listen to me now. Hear this, and let it sink deep into your heart. It is never, ever too late. It is not too late to learn something new. It is not too late to forgive an old hurt. It is not too late to reach out to a friend. It is not too late to find what makes your spirit sing. Your age is not a barrier. It is your crown. It is a testament to every battle you have won, every storm you have weathered, every joy you have celebrated. You have earned every single line on your face and every silver thread in your hair. The journey to live past 90 with vitality is not about looking backward with regret. It is about looking forward with hope. And it is about living right now, in this very moment, with gratitude and with peace. So I ask you, my dear friend, as you reflect on our time together today, which of these habits resonated most deeply with you? What one small, gentle step can you take, starting today, to invite more of that light into your life? Please share your thoughts and your own precious wisdom in the comments below. Your story matters, and your experience could be the very thing that inspires someone else. If this message has touched your heart, please consider sharing it with a friend or a loved one, someone who might need to hear these words today. And of course, if you wish to continue on this journey with us, we humbly invite you to subscribe to Timeless Elderly Wisdom and press the bell icon so you won't miss a single moment. Thank you for sharing your most precious gift with us today, your time. May your days be filled with peace. May your heart be filled with joy. And may your spirit be filled with a wisdom that is truly timeless. We'll see you in the next video.